Alright, listen man, every week I make videos, not because I want to become YouTube famous and finally meet Jessica Lange, but because I want to share my love of the game and to persuade you to use cards that I think rip and rock, brother. So here's a list of 10 cards that are bulk price, slot right in your commander decks, and I'm going to give you use case scenarios and bang on about the new art. These are all $3 or less, brother. But first, be just like the supplicant in the art here. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment for the algorithm. And hey, listen, if anybody has an inside line on the old Jessica Lange dude, hook me up, brother. Alright man, let's start with Repercussion, which is down to about $2. It's 1 red for an enchantment. Whenever a creature is dealt damage, Repercussion deals that much damage to that creature's controller. This card was $20 not so long ago. This is from Urza's Destiny, all the way back in 1999. That was back when I was wearing Jenko jeans and smuggling wine across the border, brother. This original art is terrifying. It's like Magic's version of The Hills Have Eyes. I love this card in burn decks. I have it in a Geist and Starn deck, and it ends games really fast. Torolf loves this card, and it turns a red's removal suite into direct damage. Now this art is kind of interesting. This guy took it upon himself to try and knock out a dang hill dude, and now he has pain lines around his broken hand, brother. I much prefer the murderous Keldon warriors from the original art, but this has a certain pathos to it, you know, it's a commentary on man's self-destructive urges. We all got them. Then we got Wast Knot, which is down to $1. It's 1 in the black for an enchantment. Whenever an opponent discards a creature card, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. Whenever an opponent discards a land card, add black. Whenever an opponent discards a non-creature, non-land card, draw a card. This card was $13 a year ago. Goes right in your wheel decks, dude. Now the original art has the merchant from Resident Evil 4 holding up a glowing skull. What you buying? What you selling? This card goes great in discard decks, costs 2 mana and gets things done, dude. It can be a win condition if you're stacking zombies, and for 2 mana it pays for itself if you draw 2 cards. You just need wheels or discard. Alright, now let's take a look at the new art. You know, I kind of get what they're going for here. You know, it's a witch with some suspiciously clean eyeballs. She's just tossing them in the bouillabaisse over there. I'm not a massive fan of this Gendy Tartakovsky style art, man. But listen, in the right deck, this is immensely powerful and it's down to $1. Now we got the fiery Emancipation. This is down to $3. 3 red for an enchantment. If a source you control will deal damage to a permanent or player, it deals triple that damage to that permanent or player instead. Triple damage, dude. This is one of the rare ones where the new art is subjectively superior. The old art is just a cave, dude. I don't know what the heck's going on in that cave, but whatever, man. The reprint is just $3. It's down from $20. You got Torbrand on there. He's ready to emancipate your entrails, brother. This is 6 mana. It can be a game-winning play if you're dealing any damage at all, which you should be in red. Aggravated Assault is down to $3. 2 and a red for an enchantment, 3 red, untap all creatures you control. After this main phase, there's an additional combat phase followed by an additional main phase, activate only as a sorcery. This is such a combo engine, dude. We have this old school version with a bunch of goblins just rolling some guy in the streets, man. That's better commander, dude. But that's also probably a hate crime. The new art is a little sus, dude, but this card was $30 a couple months ago. Combos with about 1 million things and is currently down to $3. I bought 2 of these and guess what, dude? One's going in Scion of the Ur Dragon and one's going in Xenagos, where we can combo out with Selbala. Bonkers, powerful, nasty card for $3. The old Blind Obedience is down to $1. 1 in the white for an enchantment, has Extort on there, dude. Artifacts and creatures your opponents control enter the battlefield tapped. This messes up your opponent so bad, dude. This goes great in enchantment decks, drain decks, all kinds of commander decks that want to slow down your opponents. Don't sleep on the Extort either, it's pretty good. The old art here is just the Pope doing what he does, dude. He's just giving some penitent a hard time, man. That's your religion minute here on Better Commander. Now here we have the Wilds of Eldraine version. It's just a pretty blonde lady just clouding the sensorium of some poor sap, dude. Kind of cool looking, I guess, but the old art is so iconic. The old art was also about $7, and this is down to $1 for this reprint, which is a steal if you need one. Unnatural Growth reprint is 87 cents, dude. Right now we're gonna take a serious moment, brothers. We're gonna talk about Winstrel. We're gonna talk about Trembolone and the dangers thereof. Just kidding. This is 1 and 4 green for an enchantment. At the beginning of each combat, double the power and toughness of each creature you control until end of turn. The old art is just an absurdly big werewolf giving the villagers a hard time, and that ain't right, dude. It's probably just some dang roid rage, dude, but the new art, listen, is pretty cool. It's very green. I've used this in combat-centered green decks like the aforementioned Xenagos, but it's also pretty bonkers in a werewolf deck, or decks that have greater good as a draw engine, or decks that just care about power. Fantastic enchantment for under $1. Oh man, I love this card, the Intruder Alarm, 85 cents right now. 2 and a blue for an enchantment. Creatures don't untap during their controller's untap steps. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield, untap all creatures. This is another combo engine that's rad in Alando the Seer. Any deck using Bloodline Keeper, it's a 2-card combo, dude. Any deck using Mana Dorks, Kool-Lane decks, Chulane, however the heck you say it, this card is an absolute combo machine. The old art is just Miri the Cat Lady getting surprised by Bullwrath just being a creep out there. But we also have a bunch of He-Man villains getting surprised by a blue orb, dude. These guys were upwards of 10 bucks for a long time. Now we got this new art. It's pretty creepy with some fairies just glaring at some little fella. Looks like he interrupted their watch party of Eyes Wide Shut. This is about 85 cents and is a real banger, dude. Consider it for your commander decks if your commander taps for his effect, man. This is awesome. Next up, we got Oppression for 68 cents. 1 black for enchantment. Whenever a player casts a spell, that player discards a card. Listen, man, Alex Horley illustrated this really metal scene with some dudes just doing some tomfoolery in the woods, brother. What's he gonna do to that guy? Chop off his head? That's crazy, man. Now, look at this card. It's a rat just oppressing a dude on a bench. And that's how the tables turn, my friends. I hate this card as a strategy, but it's effective. If that's the kind of degenerate monster you are, then go nuts. This was about 14 bucks, now it's less than a buck. Sprawlin' and brawlin', dude, that's what we do on a Friday night. We got Utopia Sprawl, 1 green mana for an enchantment aura, Enchant Forest. As Utopia Sprawl enters the battlefield, choose a color. Whenever Enchanted Forest is tapped for mana, its controller adds an additional 1 mana of the chosen color. This is 1 mana rampant green, dude. It's got a great play pattern too. You basically tap it out, put it on a forest, and you're good to go. And then you tap it for more mana, you get that mana right back. And that's relatively hard to find, especially enchantment-based 1 mana ramp. Plus it's color fixing and green, dude, your best multicolor decks. This was around $5 and now it's 20 cents. There isn't much reason not to run this at that price. Not too sure what's popping in this new art though. Looks like a phantasmal castle in the woods, dude, and that's something you don't see every day. Now, we talked about the dangers of Trenbolone and Winstrel Dude and human growth hormone and testosterone and all these stacks, man, but Garuka doesn't care, dude. He's out there doing back every day. He's doing bent over rows and he doesn't give a you-know-what. This is 21 cents, dude. It was 3 bucks. 2 and a green for an enchantment. When it enters the battlefield, if you control a creature with power 4 or greater, draw a card. Creatures you control have tramp, stamps, and dude. Whenever a creature with power 4 or greater enters the battlefield under your control, draw a card. I use this in quite a few decks. Green decks love this thing. And if you're creating big tokens, it's tremendous. You also have the added synergy with big creatures, and then it gives your team trample. And I really like this art, man. Garuka is the woodsman just chilling in some autumnal foliage, dude, getting ready for pumpkin spice season, brother. This is an absolute steal for 21 cents, man. I'm picking up a few myself. Frankly, folks, I'm surprised at the price on some of these, and I've already added a few to my cart and checked them out. So go check these out and enjoy the steals and deals here at Better Commander. While Wizards is going absolutely wild, reprinting everything into atomic dust, we got a bunch of hyenas out here scavenging up the cheap cardboard, dude. These are great cards to slot and to power up your Commander decks, brothers. So stay safe out there. Make sure you hydrate up, dude. Do some push-ups, too. Sneaky G from Better Commander, signing off.